planet. I'm complaining to environmental health. They'll throw the book at you this time.
All right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Awful lot of visits. I better get on.
What's the rush?
How are you feeling?
Richard, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. How are you supposed to react when your ex-husband tells you he wants to give it another go? That you're the love of his life?
Well, what surprises you more, the fact that he still loves you or the fact that he chooses to tell you a few weeks before the wedding?
I just want to get on with the rest of my life. I don't need this complication. On the other hand, perhaps maybe I should see him. Just to make it clear that I've moved on, you know?
It's your call.
I've got to go now, I've got band practice, right? No, leave that, I'll do it later.
Oh, I can't sit around all day, son.
No, I mean it now, I don't want to come back to a tidy kitchen, all right? Now you rest yourself, watch some TV, I'll be back in a couple of hours.
Stan! Stan!
Cut him.
Oh, no!
I've done it.
What?
I phoned Richard. I'm seeing him before evening surgery.
Oh, brave girl.
Yeah. He wanted to do dinner, but I couldn't face it. Besides, I think I'd feel more comfortable in my own territory. Be more in control.
That doesn't sound like you.
I've told you, Richard always gets to me. And I don't want to make any mistakes. So I'm going to tell him straight. He's out of my life. Yeah. It's time I put this whole episode of my life to bed.
So to speak.
Excuse me. Are you environmental health?
No, social services.
Oh.
Mrs. Ward, are you there?
Hello. It'll take her a bit to get to the door. She's disabled. Rheumatoid arthritis.
Yes, I know. Mrs. Ward!
Her grandson's definitely out. I heard him go off about half an hour ago. His ashtray of a van isn't here.
Makes that much noise when he leaves, does he?
Less than when he's in, that's for sure. They don't think about other people, do they? I mean, look at the state of this. You think he could tidy it up a bit, and he's knocking thousands off the value of my house.
I'm sure.
The old lady never goes out, you know, now. I don't think she can walk that well. And she's on her own, mostly. That grandson of hers is never in. Do you know he's out every night, comes back after midnight? I can't get a decent night's sleep.
Mrs. Ward, can you hear me, dear? What was that? We need to get in there.
Right. Round the back. Now, careful. Give me a hand. That's right. There you are. There we are. Now, here are your bags. Now. Oh. In here. Rose?
Now, don't move, dear. We're going to help you. Call an ambulance.
I don't need an ambulance, you stupid woman. Just help me get up.
We can't move her.
You can't talk to me, you know. I'm not senile. And I'm not hurt, just stuck. Give me a cushion.
There.
That's it. Now then, just get me under the elbow.
Yeah.
Right.
Pull me up and help me up. Oh, God. I could do with me stick. It's in the kitchen.
Yes. There we are.
Oh.
Hello?
Yeah, it's Mrs. McGuire here. You painted my kitchen a few months ago. Yeah, baby boy. Yeah, thanks. Actually, that's partly the reason I'm ringing now. You couldn't do his nursery, could you? Only what with one thing and another, I never got round to it, and my husband's hopeless.
Katrina, no. You get one for yourself. I'm not very hungry. Yes, thank you anyway. Yes, thank you.
There. Is that better?
Thank you.
Now, I'm going to call the doctor, Mrs. Ward, just to check that you've not hurt yourself.
There's no need for that.
Yes, there is. You just let me handle this, OK?
No.
If you won't go to the hospital, at least let me make sure you're all right.
Or we'll worry about you.
We wouldn't want that now, would we?
It's a good thing we were here, you know.
My Stan will be here soon.
Fat lot of good he'll be.
You keep quiet about my Stan. He's a great lad. I don't know where I'd be without him.
Oh, Mac, are you going to see Kate this lunchtime? Oh, it's just I thought I'd pop over, catch up a bit.
Yeah, feel free. I'm sure she'd love to see you.
Oh, OK, I will then.
Mac, I've just gone over the notes for Rose Ward, one of Caroline's old patients. You know her? Her grandson's one of yours?
Yeah, Ben. Dan. Stan. That's it, Stan.
And we had to give Rose to you. She didn't want to see Mac.
It's nice, isn't it? She prefers a female doctor. It's nothing personal. What's up?
Well, she's had a bit of a fall. The social worker's just phoned.
Yeah, motor neurone disease, I'm afraid.
Social services want to put her into care.
They have tried. The old girl won't budge.
Why?
Not sure. She lives with Stan.
So what's he like?
He's all right. I mean, he's a tearaway, but he's a teenager, isn't he? He plays in a band. Punk rock factory garage. And he doesn't know about the motor neurone. He thinks it's arthritis that's crippling her. And she won't have him told.
It's going to be pretty obvious eventually.
Yeah. Good luck with the visit.
Yeah, thanks.
It's that grandson of hers. You should hear the noise. Well, anyway, I've had to complain to Environmental Health. I mean, it's not right that an old lady like that should live in conditions like this. Isn't there something you can do about it?
It's in hand.
It's not right. She should be on her own so much.
Thank you so much for your help. I'm sure the doctor will be here soon.
It's my pleasure. Anytime. Oh,
Managed to get rid of him then?
Yes, he's gone.
And when are you off?
Dr. Carlisle from Riverside Surgery?
Beverly Dix from Social Services. Hello. I don't think it's too bad. I just wanted to make sure she's okay.
That's fine. I'll give her the once-over. Interesting place.
Yes, she's been refusing any help. Can't even get her to take her home help, never mind a full-time carer.
And residential carers?
The devil himself. She won't hear of it. But if these little accidents keep happening and as her illness progresses...
It'll become a serious problem.
I wish I could get through to her, but she just thinks I'm an interfering busybody with nothing better to do. If only.
Like that, is it? I think stubbornness increases with age. I'll see what I can do. Is she in there?
Yeah.
So cute.
I know.
Oh, he doesn't even look like he's been ill. I mean, he doesn't even look like he's been ill.
He just arrived a little bit early, really.
So when can you take him home?
Well, the doctors are hedging their bets.
Oh, well, you're used to that at work.
But I reckon it won't be long now.
Oh, so exciting. And you must bring him into the surgery.
Oh, just try and stop me. I'll have to do something to distract me or my brain will turn to custard. So, Katrina, tell me, what's going on?
With who?
Oh, don't panic. I don't mean Mac. I mean Jude and Ben and Faith. Helen's hopeless and I'm missing out on all the gossip.
Ah, right. Now you're talking.
Sugar?
Just milk, thanks. Does it hurt here?
No more than usual.
You've been lucky. It's just a few bruises.
Tell that to her, will you?
I will.
She should keep out of my business.
She has got a point, though. You're not going to get any better.
I'm sick of her waltzing in here looking down her nose at us. Telling my Stan and me what's best for us. What does she know?
She knows that your condition will deteriorate, and she's trying to make provisions for that.
Treats us like second-class citizens, like we can't think for ourselves. I tell you, I've looked after my Stan single-handed since his parents died. Her lot wanted to take him off there, 'cause of me arthritis. Told him where to go. And I'll tell them again, I'm no pushover.
Stan's lucky to have grown up with you as a role model. I'm sure he's learnt a lot from you.
He's a good lad, really. He looks a bit rough round the edges, and that's all people seem to see. But he's got a good heart.
I'll go and see what's happened to her tea, shall I?
Oh, how'd you get on?
She's okay. Just a bit of bruising.
And?
And you were right. She has got a mind of her own. If she won't go into a home, what are her other options?
A full-time carer. But she's very resistant to that idea as well. She's suspicious of anyone who tries to help.
And what about Stan? What if you registered him as a full-time carer for Rose?
You are joking. Have you seen him?
No, but if...
And look at the state of this place. This kitchen floor hasn't seen a mop in months. Rose wouldn't have had the fall this morning if he'd been around to help. And the neighbour tells me he's in some sort of a band, out half the night. To be honest, Doctor, I've serious doubts about the standard of care he could offer.
But if he were paid as a full-time carer, he wouldn't have to go out doing odd jobs. He could earn a living and look after Rose. Might suit the both of them.
I'm afraid I don't agree with you on this one. Anyway, I'll just take this through to Rose and then I have to be off. Seems you haven't done too badly, though. You've been here 15 minutes already and you've not been asked to leave.
Kate. Oh, you nearly gave me a heart attack.
Sorry.
What are you doing here? You didn't say you were coming in.
I had half an hour to spare and I thought I might take a quick look about the place. Smack in.
Yes.
Good to meet you, Dr. Carlyle.
You too.
I'm going to pop in later, Rose. Make sure you're all right.
Don't hurry back. There's no need.
Good luck.
Right then.
You leaving?
Well, you're all right for now.
Thank you.
Rose, you know what's going to happen to you, don't you? There'll come a time when you won't be able to walk, talk, or feed yourself.
Don't beat about the bush. I like that.
Well, I have to be honest with you. Make sure you understand all the implications.
I do. And because I know it won't be very pleasant, I'd like to spend what's left of my life in the comfort of my own home.
And what about Stan? If he's going to be here with you, shouldn't he know what's going to happen?
How do you know I haven't told Stan? Oh, Dr. Maguire, I suppose. He's always interfering. Well, this has got nothing to do with Stan. I don't want him upset.
He's going to find out one day anyway. You have a debilitating illness. Don't you think it'll upset him more when he finds out one day that you've been keeping this from him? Wouldn't you like to know if it was the other way around?
But he's young. He shouldn't be worrying. I should be looking after him.
You've been looking after him your whole life. He's an adult now. He needs to learn independence and make a career for himself. Leave the nest.
You think I'm being selfish?
I think you need to start being realistic about what you and Stan can cope with on your own.
I've lived in this house 41, yeah.
You feel safe here?
I can't say I'm not scared about what's happening to me.
There are people who can help, you know.
Maybe it is time for me to go. Time for me to talk to Stan.
Stan should know what your needs are. He needs to prepare himself for what'll happen.
You'll let me tell him.
Kate?
Have you got 5 minutes? There's something I want to say to you.
Why didn't anyone tell me?
Rose didn't want you to worry.
I always worry about you, Nan.
I've decided I should go into a home, Stan.
What have you been saying to her? I don't want her in one of those poxy homes.
It's Rosie's decision. I can't force her to do anything, but she is going to need round-the-clock care.
I'm here, aren't I?
It's not right, Stan. You've got your own life to lead. You've got your music, you've got your band.
Forget the band.
This way, she'll get all the care she needs and you can still spend time together without the extra responsibility.
You can forget it, all right?
I'm sorry, Stan, but it's not up to you.
I know how to take care of my Nan. I know what she needs. We've been together long enough. And if you've only got a few more... You've always looked after me, Nan. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to do the same for you.
I think you should read these. It's a big decision, Stan. You need to know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, I will. I will read them, but I'm not going to change my mind.
You know, for the past couple of weeks, I've woken up every morning in absolute terror. Terrified that my son might have died in the night, terrified that my husband might be found dead drunk in a gutter.
Kate.
But this morning, I woke up and I felt, I don't know, confident that Kieran was going to be all right. And so I decided I wasn't going to be worrying about you either. Because to be honest, I'm sick and tired of worrying about you, wondering where you are, why you're not visiting, why you're drinking so much.
It's not quite as simple.
Because it really doesn't get me anywhere, Mac. I've got other things to do now, things to organise. Kieran is my priority. And you have to decide whether you're going to play a part in our lives. I can't. And I'm not going to bully you into it either. So, your turn.
This is absurd.
Not really. Rose doesn't want to move. She's wary of strangers, and Stan is insistent that he wants to care for her.
You've seen what it's like in there. He can barely keep the place semi-decent as it is. What's going to happen when Rose is wheelchair-bound, needs feeding?
It may not be the ideal situation, but there's nothing you can do about it. Stan is insistent that he wants to be Rosie's full-time carer and be paid as such, and Rose is happy. I'm not sure why this hasn't been thought of before.
Because it's ludicrous.
Well, what else do you suggest? You know full well you can't force her into a home, not when she's perfectly sane. And the house may be a little shabby, but I'd hardly call it a health hazard.
Not far off it.
Rose is happy here. It's her home. There are other people far worse off, all alone. But she and Stan have got each other. Surely that counts too. You've got to give him a chance.
Don't suppose I got a choice.
No. I'll see you later.
All right? Sorted that lot out, have you?
Yes. Yes, we have.
Glad to hear it. Sooner you get the old lady into a home, the better. And maybe that boy of hers can take his van and his music elsewhere.
Oh, you look like you're ready for your bed.
Tell me about it. I think I'll take my reports home and just do them in the bath.
It's very decadent.
Unless there's anything urgent.
No, you're free to go. Kate's back.
Really?
Yeah. She's gone straight in to see Mac. Didn't tell me she was coming, and I'm sure Mac had no idea.
None of your business, Katrina.
I was just saying.
Hi.
Hi. Right.
Well, I'm not too early, am I?
No. Come through.
None of your business, Katrina.
Difficult day?
No more than usual.
So, you wanted to talk?
What is it they say in California? Closure? I think we need closure. No screaming matches, no throwing missiles at each other. Just an ending.
I see.
You were hoping that I'd change my mind, weren't you?
Well...
I'm sorry, Richard, but no, I haven't.
I'll never stop loving you, you know. Just want that back, Jude. That's all I want.
Except when you slept with someone else. In our bed. My bed.
No, you know that meant nothing.
Oh, you always do this to me, Richard. I don't think I've ever had a calm, sensible conversation with you. We're either screaming at each other or we're...
Or what? This guy you're marrying, does he make you feel like that? Impulsive? Passionate? Wild?
I don't need those things anymore, Richard. I've grown up.
Who you try to convince? Me or you?
Go home, Richard. Go and have a life. Forget about me, forget about us, because it's not going to happen.
That's been a shock. I can't deny it. You were so ill and Kieran nearly died. And reality hit home.
Now, how do you feel now?
Old, tired, confused, guilty, selfish. Terrified. See, I need to get my head around all this, and it's taking longer than I expected, and I'm really sorry.
And what about the drinking?
So I have a few drinks of an evening. I need to unwind, Kate.
Yeah, and during the day? I can smell it off you from here, Mac.
I had one at lunchtime, that's all.
Okay. So is that it? Is that all you have to say?
Oh, give me a chance.
I am. But the ball's in your court, Mac. Have a think. Get your head together. We're not going anywhere. But you're not going to find your answers in the bottom of a glass.
Now, hang on, Kate.
I'll see you soon.
Jude, let me say something.
We've been over and over it. I can't keep doing this, Richard.
I know. I can't believe it's actually over. I keep thinking somehow we're going to find a way back to one another. I keep thinking there's got to be a way. It's true, isn't it? You're going to marry this guy, aren't you? And do you love him? I mean, really, really love him.
Yeah, I really do.
It's my own fault. My own stupid fault.
You're gonna be okay. Just move on with your life. Forget about me. You'll be all right. Yeah?
I know.
Come here.